the single greatest people skill is a well-developed and authentic interest in the other person. And to the degree that you have that authentic interest in them, the words will come. But it's that authentic interest in them and making their life better and making their life easier and helping them feel good about themselves. That's really what counts. Now, don't get me wrong. You should still be reading, of course, the books like Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People, Les Giblin's How to Have Confidence and Power in Dealing with People, and all the great books out there on people skills, because the what and the how to say it. But really, when you're committed to them, when you're truly focused on them, they know that. They know it. And it doesn't have to be anything special. I love the Ritz-Carlton hotel chain. I think something they do is so cool. If you walk into a Ritz-Carlton hotel, they will never greet you by saying, hi, hey, or how you doing, right? It's always good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending upon the time of day. If you need them to help you with something, not only will they put down what they're doing and help you, but at the end, when you say thank you, they will never say no problem. They'll never say you're welcome. They'll say my pleasure. And they do this every single time. No exceptions, no excuses. Now, someone might say, well, but that's Ritz-Carlton. I mean, they're big. They can afford to. You know what? Any other hotel, motel, large corporate chain or independent could do the same thing. Marriott, Hyatt, Westin, all fine properties. And some of them do that, and some don't. Super 8 hotels could do it. Motel 6, where Tom Bodette leaves the lights on for us. They could do it too. And you know who else could? Dave and Mary and their team of 5 at Dave and Mary's Stop and Stay Inn. They could do it too. But they don't. They don't. Now you might say, well, wait a second, Bob. You know, Dave and Mary and their team of 5 people or whatever at Dave and Mary's Stop and Stay Inn, they could say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and my pleasure till the cows come home. They're not going to take market share away from Ritz-Carlton. No, of course they're not. But they're going to own their targeted demographic. They're going to take market share from Motel 6 and maybe even from Super 8. And they'll become known as that place that makes you feel good about yourself and makes you feel special. Somebody tell me, what fast food restaurant chain also says my pleasure every time? Chick-fil-A. We all know that, right? They have a reputation for it. So I'm not saying that's the only thing, but I'm saying it's those little things like that that say to people, that displays excellence. That says to people that you care. That says to people, I'm focused on you. Excellence, very important. Consistency. Hey, we live in an inconsistent world, and yet we as human beings crave consistency in others. You know, in this business, how many times have you heard why McDonald's is so successful, right? We know it's not because they have the best hamburgers in the world, but they are consistent, right? That holds a very high value with people. And I would say this, when you communicate excellence and consistency, you're communicating extremely high value. Excellence and consistency, so important. Attention to detail. Attention to what this person wants, needs, and desires. It means we're listening. It means we're always listening. And we're listening sometimes for what they say and for what they don't say, because we know that value is always in the eyes of the beholder. So, you know, it's funny. We've all seen the person who, you know, is presenting the opportunity to someone, and they're building the dream for this person. And they're talking about, you'll be able to travel the world. You'll go all over the place. You'll go from here to there, first class, great accommodations. You'll stay in every hotel. You go to everywhere. But if had they only asked, they would have learned that this person doesn't want to travel. They hate travel. They would rather do anything but travel. If they were going to build a business, it would be so they don't have to ever travel. But unless they're paying attention and ask the questions and listen, you never know.